and welcome to Annandale and Tim Bauer's studio for the launch of the X2D Hasselblad. Today we'll be doing a live shoot with Tim and the brand new camera, which has only just arrived in Australia. We'll be shooting two setups, which Tim will explain to you in a minute, but we'll be shooting live and tethered, so anything can happen, and we'll also be shooting our video on the Ronin 4D from DJI, so you'll get to see what that looks like as well. But I've got Tim here. I'm going to hand over to Tim, and he's going to explain who he is shooting and what he is shooting with.
Awesome. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We've got the brand new, beautiful Hasselblad X2D, 100 megapixels of absolute magic. I have the XD, I have the model before, the 50 megapixel one, and it has been an incredibly fantastic camera. Today we're going to be shooting two setups, as John said. The first will be with Elise, who's from Bella Management. She's been getting some fantastic hair and makeup by Michelle Dubé, who is doing our makeup today, and tattoos and hair, and organised a great headpiece. And our second shoot will be with our studio muse, Bob. I've known Bob for a long time. Wonderful guy, amazing beard, and as he said, if he was ever on Mastermind, his specialty subject would be flannel shirts. So let's get the shoot going. We're on the brand new 55mm lens. We're shooting with Photo Flash. We'll also shoot some with the LEDs by Anglefish, iFootage, and they also, with an adapter, take the Photo softboxes, so that's fantastic. So I'll just put the camera down for a sec. Oh, I don't need to. Let's bring out our beautiful model, Elise. Elise and I modelled together in Milan many years ago, but that's not really true. So basically we're just doing quite a simple lighting setup for beauty. I'm using a big shoot-through umbrella with an extra layer of diffusion over it. And I've got a fill behind me just to open up the shadows. So it'll be quite a soft light. So let me just start here on a horizontal, and I've pulled my lens. I'm using the trigger and bang first one. I'm shooting at 125. Sorry, I'm shooting at 2/50th of a second.
That's good, Tim.
At 5.6.
That's good.
So let me just have another look here, which is quite beautiful. Moving my focus over. Perfect. Killer. I'm going to go vertical for some. That's lovely. Focus locks on beautifully. You should be able to see those on the screen coming through.
Yep.
I'm just going to come back a little further with great hair and makeup. And I'm just picking the focus point on the back of the camera. I'm hitting the eyes, and now I'm on the lips. I'll just come in a little more. Just drop your hand down for some. Killer, chin up just a fraction. Beautiful. As I say, we're on a 55mm lens. There is a 90, but I don't think they're in our country just yet. They'll probably
not yet. They're about a week away, I think.
About a week away. I'm coming back a little more. That's beautiful and strong. Killer.
Looking good,
Do you want to check anything, Michelle?
No, I'm looking. I'm checking.
Beautiful.
Stunning.
Look fantastic.
That's
Michelle applied all these tattoos. They look fantastic. Stay there, beautiful. That's fantastic. Killer. We're just going to have a quick look on screen in a sec too. Show me your hands. Nice. Yeah, beautiful. One sec. Beautiful. We'll just have a quick look on screen for a second. Over here. Or it's not a great time? It is a good
that's
time.
good.
And if you zoom in, how's our focus looking?
Focus is looking very good.
Maybe not on that.
Maybe not on that one. Hang on, let
It's
it redraw.
just rendering.
There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah, killer.
Look at the eyes. You can see everything in there.
So is that
Wow.
100%? Beautiful.
Yeah, that's 100%. That's
Okay.
crazy.
And the shooting speed's quite quick.
It's very
So
quick.
let me just do some more and strong again. Beautiful. I'll put this on to fire fast. Just quickly change it from single frame to continuous. It's just on the back. So if I want to do any adjustments, I just hit this button here. And I hit it again. And I have from single, continuous. So I'm on continuous. And here I go. It'll probably be my flash won't keep up.
Looking good.
Beautiful. Killer. Let me just see. Drop your hands for one. Beautiful. Just chin up a little more. Oh, I like that tattoo on this arm. Show me that. Slide that hand down a little lower. That's killer. Killer. Beautiful. Beautiful. But we're tethering straight through to focus, and so far we're all good.
Touch wood.
It's running fast.
Yep.
It's beautiful. I'll just come back a little bit. And I just want to do a close-up of your knuckles. Show me. Let me just go face. Beautiful.
Can we get a tight one on her face? a
Yeah.
little bit? Oh, that's good. I like that. She's got, wow, prison tats.
Because it's nearly a standardy to a wide lens, when I go in it might be a tiny little bit, that's killer. And a little more profile.
Do you want to give the
Beautiful.
65 a go, Tim?
Yeah, I'll try in close anyway. Stay
Yeah, yeah.
there.
See if we can get something. Oh, nice.
Beautiful. Yeah, eyes away, a killer. And other way too. One more. You know what? I might just have a look about swapping lenses. We've got a wide E2 and a 65. I'll just show you the new 38mm. I hope everyone can see them coming through on the computer. Mike, how's the computer feeding? Okay? Good. So this is the 38mm, and with these, have a look at the size of that sensor. If you're into sensors.
65.
65. And oops, I've just accidentally unplugged my camera.
That's all right. You can plug it back in and it
Through
works straight away.
Sheer excitement, plugged it back in. It asked me if I want to go to mass storage or skip, and I hit skip. It's now on and
Yep.
it's coming up. Are
Yep.
we up?
Yep.
And the old golden rule. So this is much wider. So a little more contorted, great shapes, killer. Beautiful. So this is quite a wide lens.
Looks good though. Wow, that's sharp.
Slow there, Gorge. One sec. Beautiful. Beautiful tattoos. Just looking away there, killer. One sec. So I'm wondering whether we should see some handheld without flash.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll shoot some with available light.
Because the stabilizer is really good on it.
The stabilizer's fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we'll just roll in this girl. Maybe it's a boy light.
I don't think we need to sharpen that at all.
No, you have had no sharpening
No
on it all
sharpening.
so
I've got
far?
nothing. I've got nothing on it. Wow.
Are you okay, my friend? Thank you.
Crikey.
So I'm sorry if I'm blocking things with all these lights.
What's this continuous, John?
This is a great light, actually. These are fantastic. These are called eye footage. I've hit it onto an effect. It's 300
What?
300 watt LED.
The
And it's a-
anglerfish.
It's a great light, strange name. Anglefish.
Angler.
Anglerfish, sorry.
Yeah, like that.
So obviously the man who invented it must have been into fishing or
He
something.
is. He is into fishing, isn't he, Clinton? Or just into naming things after animals. Cobras and
Just
fish.
one sec. Beautiful. Just show me again some. I want to get my exposures. So on the back of my camera, I've been on. When you use flash in the studio, I turn off the
exposure simulation.
exposure simulation. I'll turn it back on now for manual. So it's on everything. So then when I look through, I'll go up to, let's shoot this at 800 ISO because I did it. Oh wow, it's killer. That's a nice, beautiful.
Oh, you got
So
a flash.
that's hot.
Yeah.
I've got flash. I'll take the flash
Thank you.
trigger off. Beautiful. Yep, killer. And it's quite hot, isn't it?
Yeah, hot on the right as you look at it.
I quite like it blown out,
Yeah.
but I'll show you some that's not. I'm in trouble. Oh, I know. Let's just put a bit of a black board in on this side. Here.
I can pull that back with a little bit of recovery. We can pull that straight back because of the tonal
And
range.
I might just
Quite
get
amazing.
that. Thank you, beautiful. Multifunctional lady. I'm just cutting out a little bit of the daylight coming and wanting a little bit of a darker edge, so I'm putting a black board in. I'm still on this 38mm, which is pretty wide. Turn a little bit more. That's it. Beautiful. And I'll come down about here. How's that? Must be beautiful there. A little bit hot I can still see because I've got a tiny bit of shine, but that's gorgeous. How are we coming through?
Nice. All good.
And straight at me?
Yeah. Maybe a powder would be nice. Yeah,
Little bit more
powder.
powder.
On the right, please, Michelle.
Just a little bit here.
Yep. Oh, hello.
So I'm just going to go from that 38 to the 65, which is a lens been around for ages. This is the 65 Hasselblad. They're slightly, sorry, I will. So come on down.
Just, yeah, as you
Come
look
on
at
down,
the
I'll just
right
show
side,
you.
Michelle.
So that's their sensor. That's the new type of lenses, and they have an amazing, great feature that you pull for manual focus. You just slide this ring forward, and then you've got the cracker old school depth of field scale. So, for instance, if you're shooting on f11, everything is sharp between infinity and 1 meter. So, using the depth of field scale. That's an older 65. I put a little red mark on it so I know where the lens is to mount. Just makes it quicker. You can still use the old lenses manually as well, but they don't have that depth of field scale. So, ooh. Oh, for a minute I thought it didn't recognize the lens, but it did, of course. That's killer. Stay there. And let me come in closer. I can hear that this shutter is much noisier.
It is, isn't it? It's very
I
different.
can hear that other shutter is much quieter. Turn the
Yeah.
face a little that way. Beautiful.
It looks
Beautiful.
good.
Beautiful. Yes. That's great.
That's pin.
That's yeah, you can hear this is a little bit noisier, this shutter.
Yeah.
Are you finding, I'm just going to check if the image stabilization is on.
Well, it's pin sharp, Tim.
It is on because the light's on. And
Yeah.
I've pulled the camera out again
Oh, did you?
with my little fingers.
Oh,
They're
wow.
naughty.
Yeah.
So, cross them over again.
All right, we're
or
back
something
on.
a little.
Are you getting power through the cable too?
Yes, I'm
Fantastic.
charging my battery at the same time.
Wow.
Let's turn you a little more here. Beautiful. Drop it. Yeah. Killer. And I'll go full side lit just for a seckie, even though it's not in the world of beauty, a beauty thing, but
Are
it
we
will be.
Are you shooting 800 ISO?
I'm shooting 800 ISO.
Because there's no noise.
Do you want me to show you what it's like at 3200?
Yeah, let's bung it up to 3200 because there's no
Let me
noise
just
at
see here,
800.
beautiful.
Jeez,
In front on a little bit for me again.
it's quite amazing.
Because you know that I can see a bit of Daryl Hannah here, and true story, I had Daryl Hannah in my studio when I first bought this studio and house.
Do you want to
That's
take it
a
up to
killer.
32?
Yep. So now just click it up to 3200. And then I will stay on about 5, 6.
Yeah.
And it means I'm now on. Oh, I just saw the focus little spot move around when I moved the wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me see here. Beautiful. So that's
Wow.
32. This is 30.
That's 16.
Sorry, 16.
Yeah.
You can change it on at
Can
your
I
end
can
too.
I change it?
I'm on 32 now.
Alrighty. There's a bit of noise, but not a lot.
Let me go in. Stay there. Yeah, great eyes.
Yeah, it's a bit hot. Can I change the aperture?
Wait up. I'm going to photograph the darker side, so
Wow.
just turn that. Yeah. One seckie. I'm not going to bash her. Sorry, you can't say that either. Gosh, this Me Too thing's really causing trouble. You don't have to pretend to be professional, Elise. Beautiful, let me see you here. And Johnny, is that a better exposure?
Yes.
And I like big shoulders. Yeah, some of that.
Wow.
Some of that. We're channeling a bit of Helmut Newton for anyone thinks it's rude. So far, everything I've found with this camera, the focus has been fantastic. Remember, we're shooting available, and I'm on a ridiculous ISO of 3200. I'm now going to go down, just quickly down to 200, and I'll drop my shooting speed down to, I'm on a 65 lens. I'll look at a 30th for a start. Just hand holding. Sorry, that was movement. Stay there, killer. Stay there, beautiful. I like the little wings out the back.
I'm going to check close up on that one.
Beautiful. I'm going to go F5. Beautiful. That must be beautiful.
You just let it come through for a bit, Tim. I just want to check and see. Are you hand holding it what?
40th. 40th of a second. Just checking.
Maybe a little bit.
I've got movement.
You got a bit of movement there.
So it's not
There we
the
go.
camera.
So that's 1/30th at 200, ISO 200. That's
So let me
pretty-
just quickly go back to the
Wow, that's very sharp.
55.
So that's a 30th on the 65.
Okay, I'm going to now go to 15th. So you be still while I find a killer pose there, and I'll hold still. Here we go, hold still. One more, hold still, beautiful.
Bit hot.
15th.
Whack her up to F16 maybe. She's just a little bit hot.
I'm on 7. Okay, I'll go F8. Okay,
F8,
stay there.
please.
That's lovely there. Stay there, I just want to creep that. That eye.
Do you want me to do it?
No. I reckon that's almost too dark. That's
No.
beautiful there. Just straight at me now.
Ooh, that's pretty sharp.
Are we sharp?
Yeah. Wow. That's
I'm on
the
a
15th, right?
Jack, do us a favour. There's a white board just on the side there. Just grab one of them. Yeah, I love it. This is so handy. I'm going to put this in one hand so that I can just kick a little bit of extra light in the eyes.
Hey, Tim, at a 15th, it's pin sharp.
So here I am at a 15th again. Beautiful.
How's that?
No, I want to show that I'm a one-handed man.
Yeah.
And just straight at me, beautiful. Just move my focus point up. Perfect.
I mean, she's
Sorry.
got to stand still, of course, but
Yeah, and I've got to stop shaking
yeah.
because I am. The
How many
camera can
coffees?
see. I'm actually holding it how you're not supposed to hold a camera because it should be 3 points of contact. Your nose, your.
But the
2
image I've got on
hands.
screen at the moment
Beautiful.
is 1/15th. At
Beautiful.
that's crazy.
These are crisp, are they?
Yeah, I can see the hairs on her face. Not that she's got many, but
Hold still.
there's a few.
I don't think she wants to have that you can see her beard. I don't think she's ready for a shaving ad yet. Okay, well that's awesome. So what we might do now is just
Do you want to do a
swap
bob?
over and do a few pictures of Bob. And thank you very much, beautiful, beautiful Elise. Come all the way from Holland, especially.
Check this out. Oh, not that one. Maybe not that one. Hang on, you did get some sharp ones.
You might be live streaming on this one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean. It's my shape. But look, let's have a quick look and swap some light. Actually, look, I've got Mr. Hodge here. Sorry, I shouldn't be using a last name. His real last name is not that. It's Brown. It's hyphen. Green-brown. Green-brown.
Did we want to put him in the box?
Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick shot on the same background for 10 seconds and then we'll go over to the box. I'm just flipping this board around to the white. Ah, beautiful. More wax is always, there's never enough wax. So I hope there's still a few people watching this fantastic camera. Seriously, it's a great little unit.
Are we putting
Works
Bob in the
beautifully.
dress?
No,
No dress.
no, Bob's No.
Well, I only turned up because he was going in the dress.
No, you're a sick man. No, no.
Oh, all right.
You can't have Bob in a dress. That's too. It wasn't in our budget.
I know.
So, Bob, I'd like you to channel everything you can of. Just do your jacket up for me. And just here, just while you're doing the jacket up, come on the green spot and just fake doing the jacket up. And you're doing a little bit of that, Mr. Bond.
Can you plug in for me, Tim?
Yes, I can. Gee,
Thanks.
it's all fingers over here.
Yeah.
I'm in again.
You will be in a minute. Yep.
And I'm on stabilisation, even though I probably need a stabiliser myself. So here I am. Just there, that's it, Bob.
Lovely.
Just, and towards
Lovely.
the light, just fixing that beautiful, the Logies are on tonight. The Logies are the equivalent of the Academy Awards in Australia. Sort of. Bit lower rent. So let me just see here. Is Bob's beard coming up nicely?
It's coming up beautifully.
And I'm going to go back up to about 800 this time.
Yeah. Give us some more depth of field, I think.
I'm giving you a 60th at F11 and
Thank
I'm
you.
on the 55.
Nice. He's got nice brown eyes.
That should be quite nice there.
Yep.
That's a 50th at F10 on 800 ISO.
Lovely.
Is it still holding sharp, sharp, sharp?
Oh, that's a bit wonky, that last one.
Okay, so I might just do a few. Let's move over to this set over here for a second.
Yep. Jack, do you want to bring the camera?
And I think I might just bring Bob over.
Yep.
Whether you go in your one pocket, and I'll just get you to rest your hand on that light, Bob.
Yep.
I might go on a tripod for a second, if that's okay.
Do you want to do natural? Or do
I
you
had a
want to do...
camera once.
Yeah, Jack's got it. He's
Ah.
your camera assistant, remember?
Oh, I'm not used to having like
I know, second assistant.
proper help. Yeah, a decent helper. Oh, I shouldn't say that. No, we can't say anything except must say that this camera is bloody beautiful. As I say, I've got my own X1 X. What's the first one?
X1D 50C Mark II.
Yes, and it's been brilliant. Oh, so this is I'm quite dark here. I'm going to open up quite a lot. And now I'm on my tripod. I might turn off the image stabilizer. You can't turn it off from there, can you?
No.
So
There's something that we could have.
it looks like I might have to I'll see if we're safe with it on here.
It should be all right.
So I'm just looking here. Just go in your pocket there, Bob. And just looking a little bit away. Nice. Those golden days of Hollywood. Let me just see here.
Oh, that's nice.
We're coming through.
Yeah.
How's our sharpness? It should be pretty
Hang on.
darn sharp.
Good old focus.
That's
Updating. Oh,
We're updating.
we are updating.
Also, I haven't been setting I'm going to go horizontal for a couple. And I'll come up a little tad more. And Bob will be straight down the barrel at me.
There we go. You're at a 1/10 of a second.
So I'm on a 1/10 of a second at F11. So I'd say that's pretty darn sharp.
Yeah,
And if it's not, it's because I've got the image stabilizer on,
yeah, just turn it off.
which I might turn off,
Yeah.
which just just having a look here, I'll just fix that. Plugging my camera back in. Thanks, Bob. So we're just shooting with the pure natural light at the moment. Stabilizer, here we go. I'll turn the stabilizer off
And plug the camera in.
and plug the camera in. Stabilizers off. Perfect. Let's see how we go here.
It's perfect.
There was a little bit of head movement. Hold still, Bob. Hold still, Bob. And I'll go up to a 15th for some. I'll go a third. I'll go a 60th, and I'll come back to about there, 4.5. How's that looking?
It's good. Oh, there we go. Focus is taking a bit of time to redraw.
Okay. And it's interesting. It's turned him into a
Martian.
Martian. Is that a special effect?
No, it's just taking a little bit of time to redraw.
Okay. I'm wondering whether I'm running out of disk space because I
I
didn't
think you are.
check that on my laptop before.
We've got, no, we've got enough space.
Okay.
What I might do is we might say goodbye to focus and then reopen.
Shall we just shoot a few and then load them in?
Yep, I think so.
Shall I show that? So I'll shoot some untethered
Maybe get some light on him as well.
and I'll get some light on him. We have a light just here which will move around. Thanks, Jack. We're just going to plug this guy in here. Perfect. The beauty of those LEDs is they're low draw wattage as well, which is fantastic. Unlike the old hot lights, and they're cool. We're just sneaking through. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, sirs. We'll turn this jobby on.
Wow.
And then we'll just dial up some power.
I tell you what, Tim, they're pretty sharp for what you were shooting at.
So that's putting out about 300 watts. Nice little bit of side light. That's wonderful here. You can just see on the back of my camera, if you come around and have a look, it's a little bit hot. So as I dial down I'll get some more depth of field. So I'm on 60th, I'll come back to a 60th at 6.3. Let's have Bob, just look a little bit away. Chin up a little more. Little bit of a cheeky smile is lovely. Just have a look here. And then we'll just review on the back of the camera.
You can plug in if you want.
As you can see, it's ridiculously sharp. I may be a little bit too hot. I'll come down and stop. And then we'll just double click to 100%. And I'll come in a little more. That's lovely. Bob, just put that hand down in the pocket too for a sec. Actually, I'll just bring you a little bit in front of that light. That's it. I'm going to swing this light to the other side because, or I'll come in a little tighter even. And these are great, these anglefish, because on here, I'm on 80%, so I can just, I'll knock it, probably go to about 60% is more than enough. And as you can see, I'm not hitting him directly with the light, I'm just skimming across his face, which wraps a little more. I'll just move that up to his eyeball, which is quite beautiful. I'll go a tad darker. Now, what I might do is, the real truth is for years, Bob was a ventriloquist, okay? He wasn't really. I'm his dummy. I'm just getting a chair. We're just going to pull this one out of shot for a sec. Wunderbar. And then, Bob, this is a dear friend of mine. This is Chucky. He's a tiny bit scary, but he's harmless. He's worked a lot. We'll cross his legs because he's a nice boy. There we go. And I might sit him a little bit higher up there so I can see him. And I might just get you to rest your hand on his shoulder because he is an old friend. And I'll put that hand in your hand. Nice. Because these two have been, they've worked the circuit for years together. Okay. They haven't really, but let's get his little legs happening there. Perfect. I found Chucky the ventriloquist dummy in a second-hand store about 15 years ago. And when I found him, he was naked. And luckily, I found some little doll's clothes to fit him. But I promise you, I'm not a strange man. I just like wonderful old eccentric props. Okay, I'm coming down lower. I'm probably going to bring my camera down to Chucky's eye level nearly. And Bob, that's lovely, just to camera. And I'm going to have to get a little more depth of field, I'd imagine, here.
Now I'll check for you. Yeah, just a touch.
I'll come a little bit on this side as well.
Just a touch. Not a lot, but a touch.
So I'm on F12 at a 25th.
Yep.
Jack, if you could put the reflector in that side, buddy, it'd be great, man. We'll go the shiny side. Yeah, I reckon we just angle it up.
That's a great shot, Tim.
And thank you, Jack.
Because you know Chucky's looking at the camera as well.
That's delightful. Just looking towards the kitchen. That's great. I'll just go a little darker. Now, have we seen a nice profile of Bob there?
Yeah. Very
And if
nice.
you zoom in, well, that's pretty darn good. What am I shooting at?
You're at 1600 ISO.
1600 ISO. It's killer. It's ridiculous. Okay, let's go and see what the difference is if I look at one at 100 ISO quickly.
Or even 64.
Okay, let's look at 64. I won't have the same depth of field, of course. So I'll keep it on 25th. And we're nearly 3.2. That's nice, Bob. Just away again. Hold still. Chucky, hold still. Perfect. He's so obedient. So I am now...
Holy.
That's on 64 ISO.
Wow.
A big difference?
Yeah.
Massive. There's so much info there. So let's get the 38 mil. We'll swap this from the 55 to the 38, which I remember.
Oh, over there.
Oh, it's not where it should be because we've got a wonderful real helper.
Who's leaving for England tomorrow.
And if I have a heart attack, he's got paramedic skills.
He's the official safety officer.
He is a safety officer. Now I'm going to come a bit lower. And I'm going to get Bob to lean over Chucky towards me and look at me though. Beautiful. Now, I was on manual focus. Let's see.
Well, the tonal range is amazing.
Hold
We can
still, Bob. That's perfect.
pull
Looking
out
up
all
there.
that black from the background. It's crazy.
So I'm just going to go now, F11, and I'm going to go down to half a second. Hold still, Bob. Looking away again. Just hold still there. And just look at me. Chin down. Chin down. Beautiful. Hold still. 1, 2, That's half a second. Again. One more. How are we looking at half a second?
Hang on, we're doing the old focus redrawing.
And I've got no stabilisation on. I'm going to go back.
Maybe hand hold it a
I'll
second.
go hand hold.
Yeah.
I'll see what it's like at, what, half a second?
Yeah, let's go to half a second. Let's live dangerously.
Hand
On
holding
here.
at half a second. Am I okay to go?
Yeah. Ooh, let's have a look.
Hit a little bit, that's say, Bob. And just down a fraction, chin down. Nice, it's nice looking at Chucky.
Oh no, he's a bit wobbly at half a second.
Okay.
Maybe
I didn't
that
think
was-
I was a genius.
That was a bridge too far.
Okay, I'm going back to a 15th.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I've got it turned on. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep still. I am excited.
It's very exciting. Oh, there we go.
And just here. I'm still on 64 ISO though.
I know.
So let me go
That's
to
pretty sharp though.
let me go to something that's fair. 400. So I can be now a 60th, which is,
Crikey.
I don't want to bag any other camera makes up, but you try and do this with a phase. And you'll feel the earth shake around you. The main reason that I do love these cameras is the files more than anything. I feel that you can do so much with them. Just looking away. Top of your head, just, that's it. And just, that's it, perfect. And right on the eyeball.
So do we want to go to some questions and answers, Tim?
Yeah, I might do one. Yes,
You can
I
also
don't know if
keep
anyone's
shooting.
interested in any questions, but I'm very welcome to answer anything I can,
Alrighty. I'll call them out.
apart from which gym I don't go to, which I should go to.
Hang on, I need my other spectacles.
Here we go.
I hate
We'll
being
get the
over 50.
65 back on again.
Oh, here we go.
And I don't know if you can see this here, but there's a little green mark on the...
Okay.
There's a little green
So-
mark which shows that our camera is charging directly from the USB. Just in here, which is such a bonus. So if you're shooting all day, you don't have to constantly, and it's so easy, you don't have to just change the battery,
Hey Tim,
even though you
I've
can.
got some questions for you.
Oh, good.
You don't shoot with the EVF. Do you prefer using the screen at the back?
Very good question.
That's from, who asked that?
I do quite like
Josh Raymond asked that. But
Josh.
He called you Peter too.
Oh, cool.
So maybe,
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Josh, you were asking about do I use the EVF or the back of the camera? If I'm on the tripod, I normally use the back of the camera, and I like to often use it. With the old camera, I used it with a cable release because I like to use it like a plate camera, and then I can just touch. For instance, we've got Bob here. If I'm on I can just touch where I want the focus point to go to, and it's on the tripod. I can stand to the side and I can just shoot, which I really do like. But if I'm moving around, I'm definitely on the EVF. If I wasn't using the EVF a lot before, Josh, it was probably because it's quite a new camera for me and I was just making sure I had everything in frame. I've come from years of real cameras and analog cameras and then DSLRs, and to go to a mirrorless, it is a little bit different. But I do find the EVF is bloody fantastic. Now, you've mentioned it. Bob, look a bit more profile. I'm going to just... How's our friend going there? Is he being nice or is he rude? He hasn't been rude, has he? He's pretty well mannered. I think he had a tough childhood. Not Bob, Chucky. That's
we've had a
lovely.
question. We'll go through the actual specs.
But I think you're right, Josh. I do, like for instance, I'm shooting here now and I'm really liking using the screen on the back.
Okay, and you need to go through the specs. And can you show Clinton the rear screen menu as well and go through each
Oh,
one?
it's so good though.
Tim?
Sorry, I'm just getting off on the camera.
Okay.
Sorry, I apologise. Yes, Clinton.
Can you show everyone the menu at the back
Oh yeah.
and go through?
We'll rest it
each
just
one.
up on here for a sec.
Yep. To show everyone the menu, how it works.
And so, you want me to keep it tethered or pull the tether out?
Oh, you can pull the tether. it's
Okay,
fine.
I'll just disconnect the tether.
Yep.
We're using a tether tool tab. It's the normal, C-type USB.
Yep.
USB-C.
So just run through
While
all
I've
the
got the
menu
door
items.
open, that's the tether point.
I'm just coming around your back here. I'm not getting familiar.
Jeez, scary. Sorry, I thought I'd seen a friend of mine, Bernard, but it wasn't. Card, it has, the most amazing thing is, sorry, that's from gardening. I wasn't self-harming. The most amazing thing it has is a 1 terabyte SSD inbuilt hard drive, and I've just got a SanDisk. What are these? CF Express. B or A?
Just CF Express is fine.
They're basically the same size as a QXD card.
XQD, they're the same.
XQD, they're exactly the same.
Yeah.
So you don't need a card. You can shoot straight to the SSD inside the internal hard drive, which is awesome. The thing which I noticed, it doesn't have holes for your neck strap. It has the lugs, which are similar what the old amazing Hasselblads had. There's nothing on this side. The bottom, as I said before, is just the battery. So now we're on to the menu. So the menu, look, that's its heritage basically. Beautiful camera and still works like a dream. Anyway, shut up and enjoy this one, which I do. So hit this menu and on the back, it has a sensor. If your eye comes near the back, it then will normally turns off, but no, maybe I'm wrong. So here we've got, tricky, exposure, and you have the electronic shutter, you have true exposure, you also have here minimum and maximum ISO you can set, and you have your exposure simulation on the back here, whether you want it on just on aperture priority, on shutter priority, on program or on manual. Then coming back here, you also have your stabilization on and off. I'm on a 65mm lens and it recognizes that straight away, and that's just stabilizer on or off, which is fantastic. It also has, what other great things? I find the things the most important for me are stabilization on or off, because I think if you're using the stabilizer on when you're on a tripod, you can get some movement. So I turn it off normally when I'm on a tripod. The other thing which I use a lot if I'm shooting with flash, I turn off the exposure stimulation on manual so that I can still see. And if you look here, you'll see no matter what, okay, I'm telling you a lie, it's still on. Let me just turn it off again, exposure. So I turn that off, and now, I'm telling lies again. I haven't turned it off. I promise I know what I'm doing. And they have just changed the menu. There we go. Okay, so now if I change the aperture, instead of it showing the true exposure, it's just keeping it bright so that I can focus. So when I'm using flash in the studio, if I'm on 200th of a second at f8, it would be black if I was on exposure simulation. So I turn that off so I can actually see. What else have we got on here?
You want to show them how the ProPhoto Nikon
Storage.
flash works?
Yes, and also we have the Wi-Fi. John, who knows this camera probably about 2 hours more than I've had to go of it, will show you with the how you can just use the on-camera ProPhoto flash. We might tether it in,
Yep.
and I'll turn it off, and John will do a few snaps, and I'll be happy assistant man if that's okay. Plug that in,
Yep.
or do you want to check exposure first?
Oh no, we'll just
Live dangerously.
live dangerously.
Okay,
Hey,
let me turn this off.
My middle name.
I'll slide this girl out of the way. So you're on straight flash there.
I am. Did we get anything? Oh yeah, we've got to plug it in.
Sorry, I forgot to
Yeah.
plug it in.
It's going to be like pretty much flash on camera. We got him? Yep. There we go. And again?
Just give me 1 sec. I think it wasn't redded up. It wasn't redded there. Sorry, guys. 10 secs. Here we go. We're up. Yep,
Good?
we're good.
Alrighty.
Here we go. Okay, you're a little bit hot,
A little bit hot. I dialed down a bit.
but I can add. So let me give this a little bit of grit and nastiness. So I'm going to smash the clarity up, do a
Yep.
little bit of a recovery.
Yep. I'll keep shooting. How's he looking?
We're coming through fast. I might have given him too much clarity.
I think you gave him too much clarity.
And I think we've done something magic here. Look at this. I don't know how I've done that.
I don't know how you've done that either.
Wow. Yeah, coming through like a demon. But look at this, it's making art. No, it's not. It's just the rendering.
It's just rendering.
Because this is a 2015 MacBook Pro.
All right, so that's it with that's got the ProPhoto 810 on it.
Do you want to bounce one?
I actually was bouncing.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
apologise. I had my back to you.
I'll bounce it out the side. and we'll have a
Wow.
look.
I've been a little bit brutal on the.
I'll get in tight with
Clarity.
him.
Are you on TTL? Are you?
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it?
it is.
Wow. Okay. I'll go and see if there's any more questions. But that's the ProPhoto A10 because it's a Nikon flash mount and it does TTL really well. What else have we got question-wise? I think we're pretty good.
Is there,
Gordon Cahill, who I don't know about the adapter, but we will find out.
what's Gordon
so
adapting?
Don't ring me angrily, Gordon.
To
so
run the
we'll
other
find out.
lenses?
What else have we got? I think that's probably about it.
Busy. Busy.
Yes, we do have Josh, we do have a pre-release version of Focus, but there is a new version coming next week to support the X2D, but we have the pre-release version. So yes, it did hiccup a little bit, but it was pretty good overall. So what do you reckon, Tim?
I think
that's a wrap.
Yep.
Do you want to thank everybody?
Yeah, thank everybody. Thanks everybody for stopping by to have a look. As I say, amazing camera. This is a beta version of Focus 3.7, and I think in the next week or two they're going to be releasing the release version. And I mean, it's relatively stable considering every time I'm pressing the button, 100 megapixel files flying through the cable and onto the screen. I am more of a non-tether guy, so for me having the 1 terabyte hard drive is a massive bonus. And I think the last probably dozen magazine covers I've shot, I've been using the 50 megapixel Hasselblad with the 65mm or 45mm pancake lens, and has been incredibly good images from it. So what I'm hoping with this camera is I can see automatically, it focuses faster, it has a lot less, well, it has less noise. I just didn't use the other camera at 3200. I never thought of using it at 3200, but this one is totally usable at 3200, 100% magazine, full page cover worthy at 1600 ISO, so it's a little cracker. As I say, it focuses really fast. It's a beautiful looking camera, and nothing else I can really say except thank you everyone for watching.
All right, now just before we go, the big question is there stock? Probably not. Our dealer partners have got the first round of shipment, which is probably all sold out now. So contact in your state, I'll start at the top. Queensland is Camera Pro, New South Wales is George's, Victoria is Camera Lane, WA is Camera Electronics. So if you contact any one of those dealers, they'll be able to work out when inventory is arriving. But the next shipment, I think, is not due till the 23rd. So the 23rd of this month we'll be getting some more stock in, and there'll be more stock coming after that as well. So there's plenty of stock coming in, but the best thing to do is put an order in with one of our retail partners, and they'll be able to hook you up. Or you can certainly go to crkphotoimaging.com.au and put an order in there. So thank you all for coming, and I'd like to thank Tim.
Thanks everybody.
For his amazing photography. I'd like to thank Michelle.
Don't know about amazing.
For her makeup.
Yeah,
Michelle,
amazing.
I'd like to thank our model.
Elise.
And I'd like to thank Mike on the desk. Clinton on the Steadicam. Ronin 4D, by the way. Not a Steadicam, Ronin 4D. And I'd like to thank you all for watching and putting up with our bumbling
I'd like to thank
efforts.
my newest Greek friend here too, who's lovely.
Arini, thank you, Arini. And I'd like to thank
Arini
my
and
son,
I are going
Jack.
to do a corporate handshake, because we can.
And my son, Jack, who leaves for London tomorrow to become a paramedic in England. Yay! Thank you very much,
You're probably
everybody.
asking why save them.
Oh, and Bob!
Bob! Duh!
Bob, our
Thanks,
news.
Bob. Thanks, Bob.
Thanks, Tim.
Yeah. Awesome.
See you later.
Thank you. Thank you very much.